Yo gamers, Manama Flowers. Today we have a double reaction video thingy. It is mossbag. This was uploaded on the 1st of April. You know, but let's not pay attention to the upload date, of course. Like why, you know, the 1st of April, it doesn't mean anything, right? Correcting my Hollow Knight lore mistakes. You know, we all make mistakes sometimes, but let's see what kind of mistakes he has. And we're gonna react to this one, my Hollow Knight movie Dreamcast, just because, like, why not? You know, this is 16 minutes. I probably am gonna pause sometimes. But yeah, guys, yes, thanks. If you guys never want to miss an upload, feel free to join my Discord. It's gonna be in the description, so feel free. There's also memes that are happening there, so yeah. And also, if you don't want to miss a stream, like, imagine missing a Silksong stream when it comes out. But fret not, guys. You guys, I am gonna do you guys a favor, okay? I am gonna wait a few days before actually streaming it, so you guys have plenty of time to actually play it, so you guys won't get spoiled by me playing. So yeah. You guys are welcome, okay? So I'll suffer for you guys. Is that fine? I don't mind the laugh, okay? Don't mind it. Let's go. My intros are so long. Like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna turn up the volume.
Over the past few years of writing and producing YouTube videos, I've made a lot of claims. I try my best not to make false claims, but, and you might want to sit down for this, I do get things wrong sometimes. In fact, I'll even, on occasion, say things wrong on purpose as a joke. But that isn't going to happen in this video. This video is a serious one. In fact, with this video, I plan to right the wrongs of my past. After all, what better way to celebrate the month of April than by taking a look back at my older videos and pointing out my past mistakes. In this modern age of influencer culture and the rampant spread of misinformation online, it's important that people remember that just because someone said it in a YouTube video, that doesn't mean it's true. And I'm not talking about the unimportant stuff like news and politics either. I mean Hollow Knight lore. If you take one thing away from this video, know that a true Hollow Knight lore fan believes in their theories because they evaluated the evidence on their own, not just because they heard me say it in a video.
Why is it dude, I can't get over the fact that he dislikes his own videos. Is that helpful? Like, am I gonna do that to myself, you know? Nah, I'm not.
As you'll see, I do get stuff wrong.
Oh yeah, also, since this was uploaded on the 1st of April, I need to tell you guys this. I actually, I was actually contemplating posting a P5 video, but it wasn't really P5, you know, for April Fools. But I didn't. Don't worry, guys. I'm not that evil. Okay. Relax.
We're going to be going through some of my videos and looking at times I was completely off base. And I don't mean in a vague, up to your own interpretation kind of way. I mean flat out incorrect information.
That being said, though, like, my April Fool's video was way better than that idea, at least. And don't worry, P5 is coming before Silksong is released. And
to help me identify all these mistakes, I even recruited the help of the mossbag community. I was blown away by the sheer number of thoughtful, useful, and respectful responses you all sent in. I might just be the luckiest guy in the world to have the support of you all. I am truly blessed.
Yeah.
To start things off, I want to look at what is easily my most popular video, the mostly complete lore of Hollow Knight. This video has garnered a
Do you guys see that?
video, the mostly complete.
He fucking changed the numbers. That is supposed to be an M. This guy.
Lore of Hollow Knight.
He's good. He's really good.
This video has garnered an astonishing 1,000 views over the last 5 years.
Oh my god, he fucking even mentions it. Oh my god, he mentions it. The attention to detail.
I thought it would be best to start off with this one. So what did I get wrong in this video? At one point, I explained the concept of pale beings. You know, the Pale King, the White Lady, Michael. I then say this.
What exactly are pale beings? Well, we don't know for sure,
but they seem to stand out even amongst higher beings as being even more powerful. The thing is, there's no evidence anywhere in Hollow Knight that the pale beings are more powerful than other higher beings. I said it in the video with such confidence, but it really was just speculation on my part.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if the pale beings we see in-game are actually stronger than the other higher beings we see in-game. I'm not a particularly big fan of those who is stronger debates. Like, maybe Mr. Bean is stronger than Goku. For all I know, the gravity in Goku's universe might be 10 trillion times weaker than it is in Britain. So I tend not to think about that kind of stuff with Hollow Knight characters. But I don't know, is the White Lady really stronger than the Radiance?
I mean, that looks really
little
powerful.
About these gods' powers, it's just so hard to say anything with any sort of certainty. Now, here's something else I said that was strictly wrong. So why is the brooding Moloch brooding? Because all its friends are dead. And there you go, that's the lore for the brooding Moloch. Also, it's the only character in the game with a visible asshole.
Dude. Oh yeah, this one has one. Yes, yes.
This is just not true. There are, in fact, other characters with visible assholes in Hollow Knight. There's Divine.
Yeah, true.
And Elderbug. So yeah, this is...
Wait, the other one didn't have... Oh yeah, it was just a little dangly thing you could hit and then... it would be so funny, right?
An instance where I was completely, objectively wrong.
Yeah.
A massive blunder on my part for sure, and a stain on my reputation for all time.
Owning up to your own mistake is
Dream
amazing.
Warriors video. In this video, I talked about Gorb, and mentioned
Gorb
that he
is the
might be
best.
an alien due to his hint in the Hall of Gods reading, Dreamborn God of the Beyond. But I think there's a much better explanation for the use of the word beyond here. The Howling Cliffs is on the edge of Hallownest, connected to what
Beyond
one might call
Hallownest.
the Wilds Beyond, mentioned in the Elegy of Hallownest.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the connection when writing my script,
Mhm.
so that's 2 videos released in 2020 with blunders in them. Man, that was not a great year, was it? Next up is my Sly is Hegemol video. Now this video is a fan favorite, and the main part of the video about Sly being Hegemol, one of the 5 great knights, is all airtight. But at some point in the video I did want to tie the theory back to an actual historical event, so to help make my point a little clearer.
Oh, yeah.
But in that part of the video, I stated that King Otto I's first raid of Poland took place in 962. Yeah, obviously it actually started in 963. I really looked like an idiot there. Sorry about that one, guys.
I mean, it
The
happens.
Mask Maker video has what I think is my worst mistake to date. I'm so embarrassed this video got 1 million views. I mentioned that there are void particles floating around in the Mask Maker's room, and that's just completely wrong. The particles in Mask Maker's room are just dust particles that appear in tons of other rooms throughout the game. If you want to see real void particles, you have to go to places like the Abyss. These particles grow and shrink, whereas dust particles just sort of fade in and out. My next mistake is from the video titled, Hollow Knight Cut Content. Edit. I know the Hive has a boss now, please shut up. In this video, I said that the Hive doesn't have a...
Wait, when did the Hive Knight become a boss? Does anyone know? Are you guys gonna explain to me? If so, thank you in advance.
boss, when it clearly does. So what's the deal with that? Well, you see, the Hive Knight boss fight wasn't actually in the base game. It was added in March 2018, along with the life...
Thank you guys. But you didn't actually need to. Imagine if you've already written the comment, posted it, and and then you watch this. Me reacting to... No, you reacting to me reacting to him actually telling me that it was... Did he say March 2018 or was it... Yeah, it was March. So yeah, keep the comment though. I'll even heart it, okay?
Blood updates. So the video was only accurate for about a month or so, before Team Cherry sabotaged it. And I'm still mad about it. I love hamburgers.
Same.
And then there's my video solving the Hollow Knight Silksong
What? Sorry, did I miss something here?
blood updates. So the video was only accurate for about a month or so, before Team Cherry sabotaged it. And I'm still mad about it. I love hamburgers. And then there's my video solving the Hollow Knight Silksong ARG. This one is a real fan favorite. Figuring out what the cake really meant and the truth behind Little Bomi was so satisfying. It should be on my channel right now, so please go check it out. So what did I get wrong with this video? Well, everything I said about Silksong's release date was correct, so don't worry about that. But in the video, I accidentally said Napoleon wasn't gay.
It's funny how just the day after this video was released, Silksong is confirmed to release 2025. Nintendo even wrote it on Twitter. So, but I mean, this took time to make. This took definitely time to make.
Another mistake I feel awful about is in my Wanderer's Journal video. Basically, the book mentions that the hive was unmarred by the spread of the Radiance's infection, and I thought the book was saying that the hive wasn't infected. But unmarred can also just mean that the hive's operations weren't negatively impacted by the infection. We have a hint that this might be the case from the whispering root in the area that has the Dreamnail dialogue, light familiar. In other words, the bees might have already been operating in a hive mind-like state before the Radiance's infection, so nothing about how their society works has changed. And then there's my Hollow Knight Dreamcast video. Now this one is a fan favorite. But I really missed the ball when I forgot to cast Chris Pratt in any of the roles. Chris Pratt is an amazing actor in Hollywood.
This is the video we're gonna watch after.
I got a lot of hate from you guys for this one too. I know how much you guys like the Mario movie. I know how much you guys like the new Garfield movie. And I should have thought of that when making my casting.
Yeah.
I was surprised by how much of a fan favorite my Undertale lore video was. I didn't even know people cared about Undertale and Deltarune anymore. Anyways, what did I get wrong this?
Deltarune chapters also confirmed! Yo! Damn, people are winning this year! Yo!
Time. Well, it turns out that Frisk is actually being controlled by Chara the whole time. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? I couldn't believe it either. But I put it in this corrections video, so it must be true.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we have the real life bugs video.
Ooh.
There are 2 mistakes in this video, but guess what? Neither one of them are mine. The first mistake actually comes from my dear friend Tirzu, the special guest in the video. When talking about how the bugs of the Mantis tribe lose their wings when turning into adults, he said that there are no examples of bugs that have wings when they are nymphs or larvae, and then lose the ability to fly when entering adulthood. And while Tirzu wasn't strictly wrong...
I'm sorry, but this, like, okay, let me just hear which bugs they are.
He did leave a comment on the video clarifying one thing. There are certain insects, like some ant queens, who actually tear their wings off in adulthood once they've settled down. So while some insects do lose the ability to fly...
Okay, what I was gonna say is that imagine being born and, you know, growing up, being able to fly, and then when you're an adult, can't do that anymore. It might also be symbolic or a metaphor. Kind of sad.
It's from a point earlier in adulthood, not from a point before that. The second mistake is contentious. I've gotten so many comments from people saying that Quirrell is a pill bug. I don't know why so many people say this when boulders are right there, and we also never see Quirrell roll up into a ball. You know, the one thing pill bugs actually do. So I'm just going to say you guys are the ones who are wrong about this one. Shame on you. I'm unsubscribing. And we, of course, can't forget about this fan favorite video, Blackworm Unraveled. In this video, I talked about the Blackworm, and how it perfectly connects all the loose threads left in Hollow Knight's lore. The revelations surrounding Zote's love child were especially noteworthy. But we've all seen the video, so I won't bore you with the details. So what did I get wrong? Well, at one point I referred to William Pellin, one of the creators of Hollow Knight, but I accidentally pronounced his name as Glaufilawame PLF, which, yeah, that was a stupid mistake on my part. And now we come to my Cuphead lore video. Probably the video I'm most proud of. This is a video that really put me on the map and solidified me as the Cuphead lore master I am today. But I did make one small mistake. I'll just play this clip from the video. Okay, so Satan's a fucking moron. Why would you piss someone off that can literally shoot bullets from his goddamn finger? So yeah, the thing is, Cuphead only gains the ability to shoot bullets from his fingers after talking to Uncle Kettle, which only happens after the devil makes his deal with him.
Yeah.
So I got my wires crossed a little bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, this video is airtight.
It's
and
okay.
I highly recommend
it's okay,
you check
mossbag.
it out. Let's move on to the video that started it all. Hollow Knight lore and plot explained. My first mistake occurred almost immediately when I accidentally called a person in this photo Dave Kazi. Dave joined Team Cherry shortly after Hollow Knight's Kickstarter ended, but this photo actually features Rowan Fraser. Rowan was an artist on Team Cherry's early Game Jam games, but he didn't end up working full-time with Team Cherry on Hollow Knight. He's sort of like the forgotten fourth Beatle, Ringo. And this was an incredibly stupid mistake. I'm lucky I didn't have any subscribers when I posted this video, otherwise I would have lost them all. Another mistake I made was assuming that the Grim Troop DLC was going to reveal a bunch of stuff about Deep Nest. I don't know why I thought that, other than at the time I was a stupid baby. Finally, I maybe sort of said Hornet was void. I don't know if this is even a relevant discussion anymore, but back in the early days of Hollow Knight, there was a bit of confusion floating around about whether or not Hornet was void like the Knight and the other vessels. The confusion, as I understand it, stemmed from this line Hornet says in the Abyss. Though our strength is born of similar source, that part of you, that crucial emptiness, I do not share.
Oh, it's gonna be so good with
Silksong. The emptiness Hornet referred to here wasn't strictly the actual void substance, but instead that the Knight had a different kind of emptiness. Hornet mentions earlier in the game that the Knight has a resilience, born in part from its time spent outside of Hallownest, giving an alternative explanation for this crucial emptiness line. There was also the fact that Hornet has a black body, and does look somewhat similar to the vessels, and this theory gained enough traction that I saw it posted a few times while browsing Reddit and Discord, trying to make sense of Hollow Knight's story while still scripting that original video. So I shared that view in my first lore video as a possible interpretation of the lore, and then in my Zote video, I brought up this theory again, stating it as if it were a fact. It is possible for siblings to have personalities and voices, since we know that Hornet is a sibling. So technically, this was a mistake for my Zote video. What's the deal with Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown? Applause. My second Zote video, Zote, my personal hero, was a fan favorite on the channel. I say it was because, well, there's been a reevaluation of Zote's character in recent years.
This time he actually swapped the likes. He swapped the likes just to 300.
Sure. He says he's a knight of great renown, and his 57 precepts are genuinely great life advice. Since listening to Zote's lectures, I've cleaned my room, fixed my diet, and cut all ties with my parents. But it turns out Zote has a darker side.
Oh,
when talking
really?
to him in Dirtmouth, he claims to have earned a trophy in the Coliseum of Fools by defeating a foe to thunderous applause. But then I remembered, I actually saw Zote in the Coliseum of Fools twice. The first time he was in a cage, and the second time he was only fighting me. So when did he defeat this shielded fool? That's when I thought, is Zote lying? Did he just take the helmet off a corpse someone else had already killed? Taking credit for someone else's work like that is totally unacceptable. I even made an entire 4-hour video explaining how wrong that is. So the mistake I made in this video, Zote, my personal hero, dear viewer, was even calling Zote a hero in the first place. I fell into the Zote pipeline, and before I knew it, I myself was spreading Zote propaganda.
Imagine.
And for that, I am truly sorry. My hidden Easter eggs in Hollow Knight video was a lot of fun to make. My favorite part about it was I got to talk about games other than Hollow Knight for a change. Thank God. But instead of...
I mean, when people... Let's check something here. Let's check something. I mean, most of his... Yep. It does seem a bit rough. I mean, you know, if you become a one-trick pony in terms of YouTube content, I see. So that could actually be genuine of him saying that. Not that the thank God part that he didn't have to talk about. I mean, maybe, you know, for once. I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Don't mind me.
Making a false claim. The mistake I made in this video was omitting something so obvious, I've been annoyed at myself ever since.
There he is.
The Grubberfly's Elegy, the charm that gives you a projectile beam attack while at full health, is obviously a reference to Link's beam sword attack in Zelda. Now, I'm a huge Zelda fan. It's such a good TV show. I hope they make it into a video game someday.
Yeah,
And then,
same.
of course, there's the video about the hunter's true identity.
King of
This
Poland.
one is a fan favorite. Fans were really impressed that I was able to identify the hunter as King Otto I, the very same king who raided Poland in the year 962. But I did make one small mistake in that video. I referred to Otto I's successor as Berengar III, when it was actually Berengar II. Whoops.
Ah, unlucky.
This one's
Next
a fan
time.
favorite. The Menderbug sex video was quite controversial when it first released back in 2015.
Why? Why does that have? Wait, does that actually have 8.8 million? Wait. Let me check. It was 10 years ago. I'm such a dumbass. It does. Hollow Knight was now 10 years. I fell for it. No. Don't laugh.
But as the community processed the arguments I made over the video's 3-hour runtime, it became clear that I was really onto something. But any video that's over 180 minutes long is bound to have 1 or 2 mistakes. And yeah, I did make one small mistake on this. Menderbug never has sex. Finally, I wanted to end with my latest video, correcting my Hollow Knight lore mistakes. This video was
1.3 billion views.
a real fan favorite. I normally don't post videos at the very beginning of April, but I think it worked great since this was my first video to get 1 billion views. But it wasn't perfect. In that video, I mentioned that I like hamburgers, but in reality, I just think they are kind of okay.
Now
I'm
he's just
honestly more
padding
of a
the
burrito
runtime.
kind of guy, honestly. And there we have it. All of my videos have been corrected. Now you might be wondering if I will do another correction video 7 years from now. Well, there isn't going to be a need for such a video because as of today, April 1st, 2025, I will never make another mission.
I like how he specifically says April 1st, 2025.
Again.
Oh. Okay, so good video. Yeah, there of course are some mistakes, and you know, it's good to fix that. And well, you know, it's just time for the Hollow Knight movie Dreamcast. This was posted a day later. So this is the real Hollow Knight movie dream. Wait. Of course he was talking about that video he was gonna upload the day after. But it felt like I've seen that before, some kind. Well, fuck. Okay, guys, I keep getting baited here. It's perfect. I'm gullible as fuck. Oh, wait, we need to turn it up. So you guys can hear too.
That's it. I'm done. I've been watching daily Silksong news every day for the past 1,200 days. I've watched every Nintendo Direct, every Game Awards, every E3 event when that was still a thing. I even watched the Ubisoft events just in case. I did all of that in the hopes of even just a sliver of Silksong news. But that all ends today. It's clear Team Cherry are never going to give us news about this game. They just don't care anymore.
And it came this day.
I'm not even going to bother checking the news today. There's not going to be anything. I am 100% sure of that. So instead, I'm just going to keep talking about Hollow Knight. Sure.
I mean, he has to have made this video in advance.
It's a 7-year-old game at this point, but there are still a ton of interesting topics left to discuss with it. For example, with the wild success of Hollow Knight and the newfound interest in video game adaptations among Hollywood studios, I think it's safe to say we are 100% getting a live-action Hollow Knight movie sometime in the next 3 years. But the question many are wondering is who will be cast to play the various characters in Team Cherry's epic adventure game. I've put a lot of thought into this very question, and I'd like to present to you my findings after conducting extensive research on the subject. Chris Pratt as the Knight. Now, I know what you're thinking. It would be a crime to cast Chris Pratt in a role like this. Pratt has an incredible voice range. We've all seen Super Mario Bros. We've all seen the new Garfield movie. He perfectly captured those characters. His voice acting was so good I couldn't even tell it was him. And yet I'm saying he should play the voiceless knight? Am I crazy? No, actually. I think there's a very simple solution to all this. Let the night talk.
I had a feeling he was gonna fucking say that.
I don't think letting the night talk...
The only reason why I had a feeling is because, you know, I thought the same. But, you know, it would be so bad.
Talk would fundamentally change the core story of Hollow Knight in any meaningful way. So I think this would be a really good change and still honor the original game. And we could get lots of fun one-liners. Like maybe in the Beast's Den, after getting captured, Chris can look at the camera and say, well, that just happened. Zendaya as Hornet. I feel like Zendaya is extremely underrated as an actor. But that changes now. I think playing Hornet could be the breakout role that will finally help Zendaya.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing right now.
Receives some recognition in Hollywood already. She's perfect for the role of Hornet. She's already been in a movie with spiders, so she can use that experience to play a spider in this movie. And just like Hornet, Zendaya doesn't have a last name. That's called perfect casting. Dwayne Johnson as the Hollow Knight. Dwayne Johnson, or Dwayne Rock Johnson, is another actor who would be perfect for Hollow Knight. Specifically, I think he'd be perfect for the role of the titular Hollow Knight itself. Now, to play the Hollow Knight, you're going to need to be able to portray a wide number of different emotions, such as indifference, apathy, detachment, dullness, emotionlessness, and more. And I genuinely believe Dwayne Rock Johnson might be able to pull off at least half of these emotions. Yes, he's that good of an actor, folks. Samuel L. Jackson as Zote the Mighty. To capture
I agree.
the sheer epicness of Zote the Mighty, you need an actor who doesn't take shit. A real badass who does what he wants and doesn't take any shit. And to me, that is Samuel L. Jackson.
I mean, I
Just
agree
like
with
Zote,
this
he's
cast.
super cool and he doesn't take any shit. On top of that, Chris Pratt and Samuel L. Jackson look a lot alike, so that's a huge plus too. Sean Bean as Quirrell. Sean Bean has a reputation for dying in a lot of the movies
Agreed.
he's in. That's why I think he'd be perfect for Quirrell. Anthony Hopkins as Elderbug.
I see him as Hannibal Lecter, so I kinda disagree with this one. For this one, you know, you can say, tell me you don't know any actors, and then, you know, proceed to say, use the line I'm about to say here. Morgan Freeman. I feel... old wise. I feel like Morgan Freeman could be good.
Anthony Hopkins is just the best choice for Elderbug. Not only because he's old, Elderbug is old too in case you didn't know, but because he's played a similar role in the past. Hopkins played the demented killer Hannibal Lecter
He fucking knows that I'm watching.
in the 1991 comedy Silence of the Lambs. While not explicitly said in game, it's clear to me that Elderbug is severely mentally disturbed, so I think this casting would actually be really good. Seth Rogen as Cornifer. There's a
Yes.
serious Seth Rogen deficit in this modern day and age, and that's surprising to me. The children yearn for this acting genius. Do you want to know how a movie about a stupid lion was able to make over $1 billion at the box office? Seth Rogen, that's who. Emma Stone as Zelda. In order to capture the true spirit of a Zelda.
Honestly, you know, with that demeanor, I feel like, you know, that is more fitting for Zendaya, but you know.
Going to need someone capable of completely losing themselves in a role. I think Emma Stone is the perfect choice.
So Emma Stone for Hornet, yeah.
But it won't be an easy task. She's going to have to lean over a desk and loudly say, Bapanada. It will be one of the most difficult...
Did he just fucking say Bapanada? Excuse you, it is Barfenata. Team Cherry. No, it's too late. It's too late. Unless Team Cherry, if you're watching this, there's not a single chance you are. But if you are, Barfenata. See? Gaming.
Difficult roles an actor will ever have to perform. But if anyone can do it, it's Emma Stone. Danny DeVito as Dung Defender. Team Cherry have been pretty vocal about the
Yeah.
Dung Defender being based off Danny DeVito, so I think it will make perfect sense for him to play the Dung Defender in the movie. I am literally 100% not joking when I say this, but I think Danny DeVito literally lives in a big pile of shit himself, so he'd bring an experience to the role that no one can
That's not why I said yes, by the way. That's not why I said yes.
match. That one guy from Spy Kids 2 as Sly. I don't know what it is about that one guy from Spy Kids 2, but I think he'd be perfect for Sly. He's a bit tall, but we can use camera tricks to make him look shorter.
Yeah.
I'm eyeing Peter Jackson to direct this film. The man is an artistic genius. I'm sure everyone has seen his amazing directing skills on display in movies like Bad Taste and The Frighteners. I don't think he's directed any.
Honestly, Sly. What is his name? Patrick Bateman? Am I wrong here? Let me. No, Patrick Bateman. No, wait. Oh my god. Wait, what is his name? I chose his psycho name. Christian Bale! Christian! Okay, I've lost my mind during this reaction, so... Also, okay, since this video is somewhat long right now, okay, I'm gonna give you guys an idea what you guys can write in the comments. You know... So my idea, what you could write in the comments, just give me a second here. Suited birds. Sorry for wasting your guys' time. I'm sorry.
Anything else of note, but hey, everyone deserves another chance. Oh, wait, that's right. He directed The Hobbit. That one's pretty great too. Hey guys, I'm editing this just at a crazy time, 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm never awake at this time, but I just had to get this video done. But a big story just broke, and I was in the middle of editing, and I just had to do it.
Nintendo Direct?
It turns out that the voice for Sly himself, Greg, even agrees
of course not.
that the guy who played the guy in Spy Kids 2 would be perfect casting. So yeah, I just had to put that in, and I just didn't have time to edit it into the video in any way that isn't annoying as hell. Robert Pattinson as Grimm. I'm not even going to explain this one.
Works.
Seriously, you'd have to be an idiot not to understand why this casting is absolutely perfect. It would be a complete insult to your intelligence as a viewer for me to explain why I think Robert Pattinson should be cast as Grimm in the Hollow Knight live-action movie. Basically, Robert Pattinson is really hot. Betty White as the White Lady. This is an easy one. Betty White, White Lady, it's perfect. Although, I'll be honest, I haven't seen Betty White in anything recently.
You fucking idiot.
I haven't been keeping up with the news surrounding her or anything, but I assume she's still acting and stuff. Either way, I'm sure she'd be happy to work on a project like Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
She seems like a pretty big gamer to me. Christian Bale as the Pale Worm.
No! No! He should be Sly.
Christian Bale is famous for
Liam Neeson as Sly! What the fuck? Ra's al Ghul! Yeah.
for his extreme commitment to gaining and losing weight for roles. So I think he would be completely committed to gaining 450,000 pounds to play the Pale King's worm form in the Hollow Knight movie. The man is a true auteur. All that's left is the Pale King.
I mean, his reasoning is flawless.
He's the most important character in all of Hollow Knight lore. Who will we
Who's he gonna pick? That is the question. Who is he gonna pick here? Tom Holland.
possibly get to play this character? Well, here's the thing. We already cast him. That's right, Chris Pratt.
Bro.
For years, everyone in the community has suspected that the Knight is actually just a reincarnation of the Pale King. And this movie is going to 100% finally...
The thing is, I can say this now, but it doesn't seem as genuine, right? Nah, actually, I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna say it, but, you know, you guys are not gonna believe me. You know, I actually thought about Chris Pratt, but I was like, he's already, you know, casted.
Confirm it. Hollow Knight lore heads like myself will finally rest easy, knowing the truth is out there on the silver screen for everyone to see. And that's my cast for the Hollow Knight live-action movie. Do you agree with my list, or are you a fucking idiot? Let me know in the comments below.
What the fuck?
Look forward to 0 Silksong videos from me in the future, because Silksong isn't real and it's never coming out.
I might be an idiot, but what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Oh, my video. Okay. Well, there were some corrections I've had for these kind of castings. So yeah. But it's a good video. It's a good video. I can't believe this guy posted 2 days in a row. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Mossbag is a good content creator. So remember to check him out. See, this is, you know, bold of me to say when I'm like at 2,000 subscribers, you know. He's telling you guys to subscribe to someone who has 477,000 subscribers. Yeah, it is a bit bold, isn't it? But you know, what if, you know, someone watches it in like a few years' time and it's like, oh, okay, you know? Just kidding. No, not just kidding. But, you know, I don't think there's anything else to be said. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for, well, chilling. I forgot to tell you guys to get a snack and enjoy the video. Hopefully you did, because you saw it was a longer video. Good. In any case, it's sometimes also good not to snack, but at least you may have gotten some water. And of course, thank you guys for your patience for P5. It will happen before Silksong. Don't you guys worry, okay? And, well, friendly reminder to leave a like and subscribe to stay tuned for more. And until next time, 3, 2, 1, fades away.